I was halfway through a client meeting when my phone started buzzing relentlessly. 3 missed calls from my mother-in-law, one from an unknown number. Then a message appeared. Ethan, it's serious. Come to St. Mary's Hospital. Now. My stomach dropped before I could even think. I didn't stop to ask questions. I just ran. That morning, my wife, Megan, had been perfectly fine. She kissed me goodbye at the door, teasing me about forgetting to feed the cat again. Her laughter still echoed in my ears as I drove away. There wasn't a hint of what was coming. When I burst through the hospital entrance, the sterile air hit me sharp and cold. A nurse hurried toward me, her expression both calm and heavy. She collapsed at work, she said quietly. They brought her in unconscious. She's in the ICU now. The doctors are doing everything possible. Her words blurred together. My legs moved like they were wading through cement. Every step felt like a desperate prayer I didn't know how to say. Megan was 34, healthy, full of energy. She ran marathons, hiked every weekend, ate better than anyone I knew. None of it made sense. Through the ICU window, I saw her lying, motionless under bright, unkind lights. Tubes surrounded her. Machines hummed and blinked, keeping her tethered to something fragile. My chest constricted. The woman who joked with me that morning now looked like a stranger. A doctor approached, clipboard in hand. Mr. Clark, your wife is critical but stable for the moment. We're running tests. Could be cardiac, stress-related, maybe something neurological. Has she had symptoms recently? Chest pain, dizziness, fatigue. I shook my head. No, just tired, maybe. She's been working long hours. He nodded, jotting notes. We'll keep monitoring her. She's sedated for now. When he left, I stood frozen, staring at her through the glass until a nurse approached quietly. You can sit with her for a bit if you'd like. Inside, the room buzzed with soft, mechanical rhythm. I took her hand, cold, still, and whispered, You're going to be fine. You have to be. I kept replaying that morning, the smile, the coffee, the easy laughter. None of it fit with the woman lying here. The nurse came back, checking the drip. Then she hesitated, glanced at the door and leaned closer. Her voice was a whisper. Mr. Clark, I probably shouldn't say this, but there's something you should know. I frowned. What do you mean? She looked nervous. When your wife was brought in, we logged her belongings. Her phone, purse, everything. While she was unconscious, her phone kept ringing and the caller ID said, Baby, pick up. My pulse thudded in my ears. What? She bit her lip. I muted it, but I saw messages from that same contact. They were personal. For a moment, everything around me went silent. My thoughts splintered. Are you saying? I don't know what it means, she said. Quickly. Maybe nothing. But I thought. You should hear it from someone. Then she turned and hurried out, her voice still echoing in my mind. I sat there, motionless, her hand still in mine, but it felt different now, like holding the hand of someone I longer knew. The monitor kept beeping softly, steady, unaffected. I stared at her pale face and whispered, What did you do, Megan? Outside, thunder rolled. Dark clouds pressed against the window, heavy and unforgiving. And in that dim hospital room, the first fracture in our perfect life finally broke wide open. I stayed there for hours, lost in the echo of the nurse's words. Baby, pick up. It circled through my mind like a song I couldn't turn off. Somewhere her phone sat sealed in a plastic bag behind the nurse's station, and every part of me burned to see it. But something in me, some fragile thread, of control kept me from doing it. Around midnight, a new nurse entered to check Megan's vitals. You should try to rest, she murmured kindly. I nodded, pretending I would. When she left, I unlocked my phone and scrolled through our last texts. Nothing unusual, just a photo she'd sent earlier of our dog sprawled on the couch. Captioned, "Someone's missing you." The timestamp hit like a blow, barely an hour before she collapsed. I stared at that image, trying to match it with the woman the nurse had described, but the pieces refused to fit. By dawn, the storm had passed, leaving the city washed and still. When I returned to the ICU, Megan was awake. Her voice was a whisper. Hey. I forced a small smile. Hey yourself. You scared the hell out of me. She gave a faint laugh. Guess I needed a dramatic excuse for a day off. The joke fell flat. I just looked at her, searching for something behind her eyes. Regret, fear, understanding. But all I saw was exhaustion. The doctor entered, discussing test results. Heart rhythm irregularities. High stress indicators. Nothing life-threatening. The words drifted past me like background noise. Later, when she drifted back to sleep, I walked to the nurse's station. The same nurse from last night looked up, then away. Please, I said quietly. I just need to see her phone. She hesitated, then sighed and slid a sealed evidence bag toward me. Inside, Megan's phone lit up beneath her thumbprint. One message glowed on the screen, a preview from baby. I heard what happened. I'm outside the hospital. Please text when you can. My stomach twisted. Against every instinct, I opened the thread. It was long, months of messages, photos, plans, hotel bookings, and one text from the night before. I can't wait to see you tonight. He still doesn't know. I locked the phone, my hands shaking. The proof was there, cold and absolute. Megan hadn't just lied. She'd built another life beside mine. The nurse's voice broke the silence. I'm sorry, she whispered. I nodded, unable to answer. Strangely, I didn't feel anger, not yet. Just an empty, clinical awareness that my marriage had been a performance. When Megan woke that afternoon, she smiled faintly. I thought I lost you. For a second. I met her gaze, steady, detached. You did. Her brow furrowed. What? I leaned in, voice low. You collapsed. The doctors saved your life. But the nurse told me what she found on your phone. Color drained from her face. Her lips moved, but no words formed. The guilt in her eyes was unmistakable, the quick flicker of someone caught without an alibi. I don't even have the strength to ask. Why? I said quietly. She turned away, tears slipping down her cheeks. Ethan, please. No, I interrupted softly. Rest. You'll need it when you're discharged. Because you're not coming home. I stood, the chair scraping lightly against the linoleum. My chest ached in ways I couldn't describe, but beneath it there was a sharp, unexpected clarity. As I left the ICU, the nurse caught my arm. Are you all right? She asked. I managed a faint smile. No, I said. But I will be. Outside, sunlight broke through the clouds, harsh, unflinching. For the first time in years, I didn't feel bound to anyone else's lies. Megan survived that day, but our marriage didn't. And sometimes the cruelest truths don't arrive through fights or confessions. They come softly, from strangers in quiet hospital rooms, when it's far too late to save what's already been dying in silence.